Hey guys, and welcome to the second part of our exclusive interview with the Lucifer executive producers. Obviously, you've seen season 5 by now. If you haven't, stop watching. We will be talking about what happens in the episodes, and we're also going to be talking about what will happen in the second part of the season, and what we can expect from season 6. It was an absolute great pleasure talking to them, and I hope you enjoyed this interview. So, guys, part 2, we're back with Joe and Ildy. You should have seen the season now. If you haven't, do not watch, because we don't want to talk. You get spoiled by anything like, wait, no, turn off. Okay, right. God appears. Ella nearly dies. Maze can't decide if she's good or bad. Michael's just kicking, pardon language, ass. Wow, what a first part of the season. Was that fun planning that all out?
I mean,
Meh.
nah. No, I mean honestly, it was thrilling. It's just we tried to play with every toy. This was at the time the last season, and so it was like, let's leave no stone unturned. Let's do everything. And honestly, now that we're actually breaking season 6, I'm so glad we did, because it not only did it make, I think, season 5 just overstuffed with awesomeness, it's really pushed us to open new story in season 6, which is my big tease for whenever that ends up coming out.
Yeah, we literally started season 5 knowing it was our last season with a big slush list of, okay, what are the stories everyone's been dying to tell? Like, this is our chance. And what characters have we been holding back and not wanting to introduce or whatever, because there's more, you want to save. And it's like, let's not save anything. It's like, let's put all the fancy candles, like, you know what I mean? and like Joe said, I think what's funny is that I would not take anything back, even knowing that we got another season added, because in doing what we did, it inspired season 6.
Yes.
Like, it was
but like to the slush list, like we wanted obviously to get Lucifer and Chloe together, but we also didn't want them to get them together. Like, so much of the fun of it is, how do you give us, the fans, you the fans, everyone the fans, what they want, but also what they need, which is a tension between them and a continuing of the journey. We wanted to find out why Chloe makes Lucifer vulnerable. Like, that was a really big one.
I love the fact that it's him choosing to be. It wasn't any sort of mystical thing. It's just he wants to be vulnerable around her. I thought that was a really nice touch. I thought that was nice.
It's something that we've actually known, I think, since like season 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And literally fans have like tweeted us, and there's been times where I've almost replied with that answer because I forgot we hadn't revealed it yet, because we knew it for so long.
Yeah, it was like he wasn't evolved enough, mentally, so his body sort of laid the stepping stones for him.
Yeah, but it was really important to us early on. I guess it was season 2, to have that answer, to know that we had it, so that we could always be building to it. And one of the things I love is that it's a Menadil that helps on the journey and figures it out, because to me, like, he's the angel nerd. And to give him the case that is kind of a linchpin, to have him work a case but actually solve the greater mystery of our show, was really important to us.
Would it be fair to say, obviously, DB's role was kind of minimal in season 5A? Is that because we're going to see more of a Menadil in season 5B? Obviously, with God returning, is that going to be a big, huge event? Obviously,
that does feel like something that we would.
Like, maybe that might be exactly.
And I mean, like, honestly, because episode 5 is Amenadiel working with Chloe. So one of the things we try to do is give everyone sort of like a highlight episode or highlight story to focus on them. But part of it is definitely that we knew we do have Dad coming down, and there will be a lot of...
what will that spark?
Yeah.
And I've got to say, it was a brilliant bit of casting, because God is a big role. And getting the right actor, and when you say, we're going to have God maybe in the future, you think, well, who's going to fit that role? But when you announced Dennis, I just thought, that makes so much sense. Was that something that was always being thought about? Did DB play into that as well with his links to 24? How did that all come about?
He did. I mean, he did. DB did. You know, throw us a text and go, "Hey, how about you know?" And we're like, he's already like first on our list. It was very weird, and yeah, I mean, Dennis, we knew we had to find somebody who was not only had some gravitas and some authority, but had this warmth and this just genuine warmth. And that's what he has. Like I'm telling you, a hug from Dennis Haysbert will
Glorious.
just yeah, you feel like you're kind of transformed.
Yeah. It just, and also like, you know, it was going to be the last season, so part of the game always becomes, who are we going to invite into our family? Like, who are we going to invite into our cast? Like, we've just been so fortunate to have these guest stars that have become very much part of our show's DNA. And so we're like, how? And part of it was DB had worked with him. One of our writers, Ayana White, had worked with him, and everyone's like, he's the nicest human being in the world. And we were like, great, that's important, because you know, it's like we love what we do. We love working with our actors. We love working with our crew, and bringing in someone who not only was an amazing actor, has this voice that like just sounds like the voice of God, but is also just a lovely human being. It's
And and somebody who could do the comedy and the drama, obviously. Yeah. And I remember the very first day he came to visit, he wasn't even filming yet. And, you know, we went on set and he said hi to everybody. And I just had this one conversation with him talking about a little thing that was coming up. And he got tears in his eyes and was so moved. I'm like getting moved just thinking about it. And I was like, wow. I mean, not that I needed any more confirmation, but I'm like, he really felt this character,
yeah,
and understood him.
It'd be interesting to see how everybody interacts with him as well. Is there going to be a lot of individual scenes? Because obviously meeting God is going to be a huge thing from, like, now Dan.
What an interesting question to ask.
But you're not going to answer. Too spoilerish. Too spoilerish.
Can I say this, that we, again, thinking it was our final season, we tried to play with all the toys on the table.
How much of an impact has that had, obviously, with COVID and everything happening now? Does that give you time to rewrite the final episodes to lead into season 6? Or is what happened?
We shot everything except for a portion of the last episode. And so there are some adjustments being made for COVID friendliness, but nothing story-wise. Story-wise, it was so important to us. In part of the conversation about it, season 6, the one thing we said in particular was we don't want to change our story. We love our story. We don't want the season to feel like
watered down, or
like we didn't deliver on the promise of this premise, and so and it was something that everyone agreed on. There wasn't any fight on it. It was everyone was on board, and so it's much more just the perspective and the time and digging into the story that we discovered on this journey. Like, again, like we thought we were leaving it all on the table, and then at the end, as we looked at everything, the characters had just discovered new journeys that they could go on.
Finish off, because I know you're very careful on spoilers, but what can we expect from season 5B? Because personally, I think there might have been a hint with them saying that Michael has a direct line to God, and then all of a sudden Michael's being bad. I don't know, what could we expect in season 5B? I always know you guys like to throw in a big curveball and a big twist. Can we expect a twist in the next part?
A twist. I think we can say our characters take huge steps, and so I don't know so much about twists as big moves.
And like, we finally brought down the biggest emotional part of Lucifer's journey, which is his issues with his father. Like, to me, like, as much as this is a show about the devil doing crazy stuff and everything, this is the story of a boy trying to grow up. And this father that is this distant figure to him that he can finally talk to. and that is a big part of the second half.
Yeah, I mean, I think we didn't want so long. We were like, bringing God into the story, is that going to screw up the fun of all the characters trying to interpret what God is thinking and feeling and wants, instead of actually having the guy there saying, this is what I'm thinking and feeling and want. So we just wanted to make sure we didn't ruin his mysterious ways. And I think we kind of walked a good line of
I feel good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Obviously, there has been no release date set or anything like that, because obviously
We got to finish it.
You got to finish it. Yeah.
Got to finish it first.
Well, no doubt I will be bugging you guys again closer to the time, unless you change your emails, so don't do that. I need to know. But I just want to say thank you so much on behalf of the fans. I really enjoyed 5A. It gave me heart attacks at times, and it was really funny. The Noir episode was brilliant. Episode 2 is still probably my favourite, but I just really enjoyed the season, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with the second half and getting more of God. Looks really good.
Yep.
Yay.
Yeah, I honestly, and the one thing I'd say on top of it too is, as much as it's season 5A and 5B, it is season 5. And I think once they see that, they'll understand. We tried to both give a very satisfying first half that can stand on its own, but once they're out there, I think hopefully you'll understand that we're telling a greater story over all these 16 episodes.
One big arc,
if you will.
That makes sense. Now, is there anything before we finish you'd like to say to the fans, the cast, the crew, or anything like that before we finish off? Nope. Okay, brilliant. Right.
We love you.
Yeah. Honestly, like it's been driving us crazy not being able to share these episodes, and just the excitement that I have seen online has been wonderful. And I want to talk about the episodes with you guys. I'm so excited for them to be out there so that we can actually tweet back to you guys and talk about what's going on. And like we're fans too, and it's a silly thing to say, but it's true. We love the show. We love that you guys love the show, and hopefully we hope you love it, because we do, and we love you guys.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Go on, Ildy.
Do we have any more time?
Yeah, we've got time. Go for it.
No, there's one little thing. I was thinking that I just feel like there was a lot online when we got season 6, and then there were like little rumors and gossipy things saying that, the writers didn't want it, and the truth is, when we first heard we were gonna maybe get a season 6, we did go no.
Yep.
And that's but it's not because we don't love making the show. It's because we love making the show, and it's because we're so proud of it, and we just wanted to make sure we didn't disappoint our fans and our audience or ourselves. We wanted to go out with a big fat bang, and it's only because we figured out something equally fun and important and awesome for season 6 that we were like, yes, okay, we feel good about it. But I just wanted to, for the record, say that.
Well, we trust you. I've seen the first part of season 5. I'm happy. I'm full faith in you all. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so you can get alerts on content that is personalised for you. You can also check out some of our latest videos just over here. So go on, give it a click. Takes 2 seconds. Might be worth it. I hope.